Listen closely, for what I'm about to say may sting, but it must. Many of you live as shadows of men, untethered from the earth beneath you, caught in a storm of noise and fleeting distractions. You wander aimlessly, hands grasping at hollow achievements, unsure why the emptiness inside only grows. But I've seen this before. I saw it in men who crumbled in the agoj, who trained their bodies yet left their spirits to rot. And I see it now. In a world where the chaos of modern life drowns men in shallow waters before they've ever tasted depth. In my past talks, I've spoken of discipline and fortitude, of mastering your body and mind. But today, I speak of something deeper, of grounding yourself in the eternal. The only anchor strong enough to hold fast in a world built to tear you apart. Let me paint you a picture. You stand on a battlefield, not of bronze shields and spears, but one of endless distractions, shallow temptations, and hollow victories. Around you, men fall. Not from swords, but from the weight of their own confusion. They chase after gold that slips through their fingers, applause that fades before it echoes. Yet in the midst of it all, there stands one man. He is still, unmoved, his feet planted on solid ground. This man isn't a god. He isn't a hero. He's simply anchored. While others fight for scraps of fleeting meaning, he has rooted himself in something eternal. You see, the storm can't break you when you are the mountain. But how many of you even know where your ground lies? Picture this. A man walks into his grand estate. The marble floors gleam, the servants bow, and the world would call him successful. But when the night falls and silence wraps itself around him, he feels nothing but the hollow ache of a life untethered. His titles, his wealth, his conquests, they mean nothing because his soul has no roots. This is the path of the superficial man. He has built his life on shifting sands, stacking brick upon brick without ever securing the foundation. And when the inevitable storm comes, it all collapses. I don't care if your modern storm is debt, heartbreak, or the numbing haze of a screen. It's coming. And if you've built your life on illusions, you'll fall. In Sparta, a soldier's attention was his greatest weapon. Lose focus for a single moment and you wouldn't see the blade aimed at your throat. The modern world is no different. Your attention is being stolen, scattered across screens and shallow pursuits. Every moment you surrender to distractions, you hand your power to someone else. So where should your attention go? Not to the noise, but to the source. Call it the eternal, the essence, the unshakable core of who you are. It's the fire that burns within you, the thing that remains when everything else falls away. Anchor yourself to it. Direct your attention to it, not just once, but every day. Without it, you are no more grounded than a leaf tossed in the wind. Some of you look at your responsibilities, your work, your family, your daily grind, and see chains. You think freedom lies in casting them off. You're wrong. True freedom is found in transforming those tasks into rituals that honor the eternal within you. Imagine an Athenian potter shaping clay on his wheel. To the untrained eye, it's just another pot, just another day's work. But to him, every movement of his hands is an expression of something divine. He isn't just making pottery, he's honoring his place in the grand order of things. That's how you must approach your responsibilities. They're not burdens, they're opportunities to live out your essence. Let me tell you what happens to the man who ignores this truth. He drifts through life like a ship without a keel. He wakes up one day, surrounded by the wreckage of his choices, asking himself, how did I get here? I'll tell you how. He lived unmoored, chasing illusions, ignoring the deeper truths that could have anchored him. But you, yes you, don't have to share his fate. The path to grounding yourself is simple, though not easy. Practice stillness. Meditate not just to calm your mind, but to listen for the voice of the eternal within you. Surround yourself with people who inspire, not distract. Read works that challenge your soul, not just your intellect. And above all, direct your attention where it matters, away from the noise and toward the source. Let me leave you with this. The man you are today determines the legacy you leave behind. Will you be the mountain standing firm in the storm? Or will you be the leaf, scattered and forgotten? The answer isn't in what you say, but in what you do. right now. Anchor yourself. Ground yourself. Find the eternal within you, and let it guide every step you take. The storm will come. It always does. But if you hold your ground, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. Now go. Find your ground, and don't let go.